episode 4 of the Zazu podcast. My name is Caroline, and you can find me on Ravelry as Wallbox, on Instagram as wall_box, and on Etsy as Zazu Yarns. Let me just start off by telling you a little about my week, and then we'll just move to the whips. I had a wonderful week. It was a quiet week, just relaxing week. I didn't do much out of the ordinary things. I did have dinner with my colleagues because one of my colleagues left us, so we had this goodbye dinner, which was really nice. It wasn't nice that he left, but the dinner was nice. And last Saturday we had drinks with friends that came back from their holiday, and we had a lot of wine. So I didn't have most of the wine. The guys were faster, but we did. And we ate chocolate with it, which is really weird, but we had a chocolate thing going on. So, just a nice week. So, let's move on to my whips. And the first whip, I already said the name of the pattern quite some times, and I think I did it all wrong. So I looked it up on Google Translate, and if you translate something in Google Translate, you can click the, I don't know how you say that, the speaker button, and then it tells you how to pronounce it. So I think I'll just do that. So I knit the, wait for it, the
Viajante.
shawl. That's how it's pronounced. The
Viajante.
shawl. Wow. I can't pronounce that. So I did it all wrong. At least the other times. So again,
Viajante.
and this is the shawl. And as you can see, I didn't work on it a lot. I mean, I only did a couple of rows, as you can see. Last time I just finished this purple stripe and I had to cake up my second skein. And this is what I did. So, not a lot. And this is the second skein. And it's not really neat, but sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not. So I will have to work on that some more the upcoming week, but I didn't work on it that much because I had all these other things that really drew my attention. So my next whip is the sweater I've been showing you, and that's actually coming along. So this is what I have now, and I actually finished one sleeve, and I just started the next one. I'm in 6 rows, so I will have to do some more. But the sleeves are nice and long, so they come up to, I guess, here. So they're long, and I like that because I already told you I'm pretty tall for a woman, and a lot of times when I buy sweaters or other garments, it's too short. The sleeves are too short. A lot of times pants or jeans are too short. So whenever I make something for myself, I can make it as long as I want. So I really hope that I will finish that soon, like this week. But I'm not going to promise you anything because you know me by now. I can't even promise myself anything. So we'll just have to wait and see. And as I told you last time, I am knitting this out of Drops Merino Extra Fine. And I'm using the Symphony Wood interchangeables by Knit Pro. And it's a 6mm, I guess, because I measured that last time and I think it was a 6mm. So that is coming along, and I really hope I'll finish that soon because I already put it on to test the sleeve length, and it fits me really well. So I do hope it doesn't stretch out a lot when I wash it, but we'll just have to see. Otherwise it's more of a casual sweater, I don't know. Then I'm working on my summer top, and I knit a lot on this because I really want to finish this before I go to Italy, as well as the sweater I just showed you. And this is what I have so far. So that's coming along. Last time I knit up to here. So you can see that I did quite a bit on it last week. And I'm already more than halfway done. I just put it on like 30 minutes ago, and it already goes up to like here. So I think I'll just have to add like another 20 centimeters, I guess, something like that, and then it will be finished. So, oh, and then I have to do the sleeves, of course, but I really like this. And it's really drapey, it's really soft, you can see it. It's like... so I think I will wear this a lot until it falls apart, I guess. And I'm knitting this out of my very strange wound cake. I mean, I don't know what this is. It looks like... I don't know what it looks like, but it's a really weird cake. It just has a hat on, I guess. And this is Drops Lace. And I don't know the colorway right now because I don't have the ball band here. But I will put this on my Ravelry project page and then tell you what color the yarn is. So I'm happy with this. I really hope I will finish this soon as well, but as you know, you can't knit on all those things at the same time, so we'll see how that works out next week. Then I cast on something new because as you might already know or think, my boyfriend also watches this show once in a while, so note that. So I had to cast on something new because I found new yarn in my stash that I already had for years. So I cast on socks because, as I told you, I wanted to test out that Fish Lips Kiss Heel. So, this is my new, and the colors are not as bright on the screen as they are in person, so that's a bummer. But I cast on this sock, and it's a bummer that you can't see the colors the way they are, because it's actually really, really bright green and really bright pink, and it's really more like a rainbow sock, but you can't see that. Well, then maybe you'll have to buy this yarn yourself. I already did the heel, as you can see, so this is what that looks like. And I think this will fit me very well. And what I like about this heel is that I didn't have to pick up any stitches in the corners, or pick up stitches wherever else. And there are no holes. Look at that. It's just... I love it. No holes. While I always have holes if I don't pick up 3 stitches in the corners, because my corners are always really loose, and then I pick one up and then another hole appears. But this is exactly why I bought this pattern, because I wanted a short row heel without the holes, so that works. And I have a pretty groggy throat, so okay, that's better. And it's actually coming along pretty fast. And the funny thing is, I really like all those knitted socks, but I didn't knit a lot of socks before, because it always took me a lot of time. And that was because I was a thrower. So I always put the, let go of my needle and then wrapped the yarn around the needle and then picked it up again. And that just takes so much time. And recently, I think, like a few months ago, well, actually I already tried knitting continental last Christmas, but that didn't really work. I didn't know how to tension my yarn, so the knitted fabric wasn't nice. And I tried it every now and then switched back to the throwing method. And then, I don't know what happened, but a few months ago, I just started knitting continental, and I just kept on doing it. And it works fantastic. I mean, it's so much faster. I think I knit at least 2 times as fast as I did before, really. So I started this sock, when did I start it? I think Saturday, and I just worked on it a few hours, and this is what I have. So at least I think that's fast. Not as fast as Mina from the Knitting Expat podcast, but hey, she's the pro. And I'm actually entering this in the Rainbow Along from Mina from the Knitting Expat podcast, because I thought, why not? I love rainbow socks. I bought this yarn and I think it's rainbow enough to use it for that. And I like to knit with other people, so I thought, let's just do that. So I still have to put it in the thread in her group. But join us if you want to. I'm also giving away a skein of my yarn in that knit along. So if you want to win it, join it. The only weird thing about this sock is this was supposed to be pink, like it is over here. A little purple and a little pink. It's not. And I don't know where the white comes from because it's nowhere else in the skein. So that's weird. So it's just a part that didn't take the dye, I guess. But whatever, what are you going to do about it? At first I thought there was just a white stripe in the yarn, and then this pink came up, and then I thought, well, maybe the next one will be white again. But I checked the balls and there is no white to be found anywhere else. So I just have a really unique sock. I'm knitting this out of Drops Fable prints, and again the colors are not showing right. Well, a little, but not as bright as they are in person. So that's the yarn, and it's color 901, and I'm knitting this on fixed circulars from Knit Pro again. And these are a size, I don't know, I think 2.5 millimeters, but I don't know for sure, and I think I don't, I also don't know where the measuring thing is. You'll just have to believe me. I think it's 2.5 millimeters, but as you know, it could also be 3 millimeter. It's definitely not a 2 millimeter, so that's all I can tell you right now. So that's that. Then I don't really have a finished object because I would have shown you the baby sweater, the mossy sweater, with the buttons on it, but I didn't put no buttons on it yet. So I did block it, and it grew a little, which is great because I will not be able to give it to them until August. So that's good. And I still have to sew on the buttons. But I realized that I first had to block it before putting on the buttons because they were constantly at the wrong place. So I think that has to do with the fact that the whole button band was too stretchy when I put them on. So it's almost dry right now, and then I will put the buttons on and I will show you next week. Then I'm also working on my own pattern. I have been working on that for a few weeks already, actually. But because I had so much to do, I had to put it away for a while. But I've picked that up again, and I cannot tell you when that's coming out, but I hope that it'll come out before I leave for Indonesia, so I think somewhere in August. Let's hope that. And someone's throwing glass again, just like last week. So Monday must be their throwing glass away day. I don't know. I don't even know if you heard that. But that's a shawl, and I I can't really tell you more about that because I want it to be a secret still, or not really a secret, but more like a surprise when it's done. So, actually, I don't think that August will be possible because I first have need people to test knit it, of course. So, if you would like to test knit a shawl of which you don't know yet what it looks like, which is a real, I don't know, which is really weird, maybe? I don't know. But if you would like to test knit it somewhere in August, then tell me, then I will write down your name, and then I will just pick a few people that can test knit it whenever I finished the pattern. So that's nice as well. And then I would like to show you a finished object, but as I already said, I don't have one. Then on to my sewing experience this weekend. That's a really weird experience. First of all, I have to say thank you to everyone that gave me tips and helped me to figure out when to put the zipper in. And I actually found out that I should put the zipper in way before stitching the side seams and making the bag. And I actually now understand way better how a project bag is constructed. Because before that, and I will show you this, I made something that looks like a project bag, but I'll just show you. I made this bag. And I first made the whole bag, and then the last thing I did was putting the zipper in. And I already didn't get how all these people made these bags so simple and so fast. And because putting a zipper in at the end, especially in the corners, is so not doable, and you get this. So you can see the zipper on the inside, which I don't like, and which is not meant. Well, it shouldn't be visible. So that's the inside, and as you can see, a lot of fumbling in the corners. And also here, I don't know what I did in this corner. And then, so as you can see, there's a weird hole to the side of my bag. So that was not really a success. It works. I mean, I can put a small project in this, and it doesn't have the squared bottom, so well, I can use it, but it's not the most pretty bag. And I did this by hand. I didn't use the sewing machine because, as I told you, I can't make it work. So I thought, let's do this by hand. And you can see that. You can see the small stitches. And so I thought we have to step up our game and make a real project bag. Well, people, I thought this weekend it was on Saturday, I guess, let's make one. So I chose my fabrics and watched all the videos you guys directed me to, and so I'm going to name the names of the people that really helped me, because I watched the videos and I checked everything, so that really helped me. And that's Irma Ruiz, I guess, Lisa Yates, Cindy Orton, Sue W, and Jean McKinley. They all commented and gave me links to nice videos on how to put zippers in bags, on how to make bags. They told me what was wrong with my sewing machine, that I had probably too much tension on the thread. Well, they really pointed me in the right direction, so thank you. So after seeing those videos, I thought, we can do this, Caroline. So I wanted to make a really small bag to just really snugly fit a sock project, because I discovered I like making socks a lot better now, so I will be making socks more. So I made this bag. From the Christmas tree fabric. And I lined it with these pink polka dots, and I intended to make it very long so I could fold it down. So when I'm working on a project, I really made this bag to put in my hand, in my, how do you say that? In my purse. And then be able to knit in the car while traveling, whatever. And then if you fold it down twice, it just holds the skein of yarn and you can pull from it, and then it stands up by itself, so that's nice. And I really like it. I really like it. And now I will tell you something about the interesting thing about the whole experience. I cut out the fabric, I ironed on the interfacing, I had everything ready to sew it, and then I got my sewing machine and I put it down, and then I was like, where is the power cable? Where is that foot pedal thing? Where is it? Well, I can tell you. Somehow it got feet or whatever, but it walked away from where it should be, and it is nowhere to be found. So I turned this whole super tiny house we have upside down, and I can't find it. So I was really enthusiastic when I started this. I was like, yes, let's do this, and we're finally going to sew, and I'm going to use my sewing machine, and now I know how to use it, and everything's going to be fine with me and sewing. And then it was kind of a moment. So because I did want to make a bag, I started hand stitching it again. But the difference with the other bag was that I put interfacing on, and that means that you don't really get a needle through the fabric really well. And especially not through two pieces of fabric and the zipper. So I I have blisters on my hands right now. These two fingers, piece, are totally kaput. So knitting right now hurts. So I kind of regret the fact that I hand stitched the bag, although it did turn out pretty well. I do have a really weird thing going on in the corner of the bag, still with the zippers. I don't know if I can show you this. Come on, focus. Well, that, and on the other side as well. I don't really know how you guys do that. Maybe I can show you better like that. You see that? That rounded corner? Yes, now you can see it. You see that? That is weird. And I also have that. Might be the hand stitching, I don't really know. I really don't know. Maybe one of you guys knows, know what I did wrong. Because the longer I look at it, the less I understand about it. So I'll show you once again. If you know what I did wrong, please tell me what I did. See that? That is weird, people! Okay, so enough about this. I'm just learning, I guess. But I did think the bottom worked out well. I think that looked pretty nice. And the corners worked out pretty good. So, I'm happy with it. Yeah, I'm happy with it. And it actually just fits 100 grams of yarn caked up. And because it's really long, you can put the project on top, so it works. Then, over to my acquisitions. As I told you, my boyfriend may be watching this, so just a note. Hi, honey. Nice that you're watching. So, I don't really have acquisitions. I just want to show you some yarns I've been having for years. So let's dive in. I bought some Drops Fable years ago. In this colorway. And also this is showing a little bit different. It's a little more pale on your screen. It's a Drops Fable unique color, and it's a superwash sock wool, and it's you use a 3mm hook, needle. It says needle/hook. And the color is 113. So that's an inspiring color name. So I bought 2 of those. So I could make 2 socks, or maybe mittens, because I like this color for mittens with a black wool coat in the winter. So I don't know yet, but those are the possibilities. Then I bought Fable, the same yarn, in a creamy colorway. and this is color 100. Then I bought it, and again years ago, I bought it years ago in this colorway, and I really like this. It has these, it's not really orange, it's more like a brownie, orange brown, I don't know, with blue and light blue and brown and white, and the colors are a little bit different on the screen again, because this blue, for instance, is a really beautiful, I don't know how you call that blue, but it looks more tealy on the screen, while it's a little more not tealy. I don't know. So I also bought 2 of those, and I could actually make socks. I intend to make socks out of this for my boyfriend. So you will like the fact that I bought this years ago. And then I, of course, bought the yarn that I'm making my sock out of, which is this yarn. And this is color, oh, I didn't tell you the color of this one. This is color 671. And this one is color 901. And I also bought 2 of that, but I'm already using one for my socks. And then I got some Lana Grossa Meilenweit Sechsfach Spezial, I think it is in German. I'm not really that good in German, but we live next to Germany, so I do understand it. And it's color 9144. And again, the colors are really washed out because they are super bright in person. So that is a bummer, people. But I can't help it. And I heard a lot of people talking about the Farbe and Party thing on the German wool, and how to remember which one is the color and which one is a dye lot. I have 2 things you can use for that. Party actually sounds a little like party. So I always think when you dye up yarns, all the yarns are partying together with all the colors. So that's the dye lot. So the other one must be the color then. Or color, the first letter of color is a C, which is earlier in the alphabet than the D of dye lot, and the same counts for Farbe, and Party. So the F from Farbe is earlier in the alphabet than the P of Party. So that matches with color. Does that make sense? I don't know, but use either one of them if you want to, and otherwise not. So this is 150 grams. All the other ones were 50 grams. So I needed 2, and for this I'll only need 1, and maybe I will have some left. What did I want to say? Oh, it's you use a 3 to 4 millimeter needle for this, and it's 80%. I didn't tell you the yarn, what the yarn is made from the other ones. The Fable is made out of 75% wool and 25% polyamide, and this is a 80-20 wool. So that's that, and I hope to make nice socks out of this as well. And then I wanted to check out, and then I walked to the cash register. You call it like that? I don't know. And then something caught my eye, and I normally don't really buy cotton yarn. I only do that once in a while when I really want to make something that I can wash wash often or something. I don't know. But I really wanted to try it, so I took it with me. Years ago, that is. And I bought 4 balls, and it's this super speckled yarn. And again, the colors, this is such a bummer because the colors they look better in real life. It's a more vivid pink, and it's a more, the blues are way way brighter. It's all this in real life, it all looks a little bit more fun and sunshiny, while it looks a little bit more washed out. But again, I can't help that. And also, it looks more white on the screens, but it isn't. I don't know. But as you can see, it's a heavily speckled yarn, and I bought 4 balls, and it's Rico Design Fashion Fantasy DK. It's 50 grams, 120 meters, and it's 100% cotton. And they say you use a 3.5 millimeter needle for it. And I don't know what I'm going to make out of it. Oh, and it's color number 001. And I don't know what I'm going to make out of it because it's 200 grams, so I don't know, maybe a shawl? It's cotton, so that always works different than normal wool yarn. So I hope I can make something really nice out of this. But I still have to think about what I should make. If you have any ideas on what really nice pattern I could make with this, either a shawl or something else, maybe a hat, I don't know. Tell me, send me the link or something like that, or contact me on Ravelry, or put it in our group page on Ravelry, and I will set up threads for the episodes from now on. So I will make a thread called episode 4, so you can post all of your questions or remarks or answers to questions like these in that thread, because you guys asked me to do that, so I will do that, of course. And that is it for acquisitions. Then shop update. So if you don't want to see any of my yarns or stuff like that, then I totally understand, and then I will gladly see you next time. And if you do want to see them, you know what to do. You don't turn this video off. I have to put this somewhere because I put everything in front of me and I don't have the place for that. So, some news from my shop. I got more orders, so that is great. I actually have some colors that I run out of, but because I kind of ran out of yarn, I ordered. I made a second big order, so I expect that somewhere this week. So then I will dye up those colors again. And I guess that's it. Then I have a new color. And that's this. Whoa, I just threw stuff on the ground. It's this color. It's this really nice gray with blue undertones. And it looks a little bit more blue on the screen. It's actually really gray with a little blue undertone. Maybe you can see it up here better. I don't know. And it's really squishy and soft. This yarn is amazing. I mean, it's so soft. You can cuddle it, and it actually needs to be cuddled. I also state that on the cards that go with them. You need to cuddle with this yarn, because otherwise it gets a little sad. And you don't want sad yarn, do you? So this is a new color, and these are all 50 gram skeins because I didn't have the 100 grams anymore. So I dyed up a few of those. I will put those up in the shop as well. Or maybe make sets, I don't know. But I will put them up in the shop. So you can also order 50 grams if you want to, or just put that next to a bigger skein so you can make socks with contrasting heels or something like that. I will put those in the shop as well, ASAP. And then I have a new base, and I think I will be introducing it not next week because I didn't dye up a lot on that base, but as soon as I get my new yarns, I will dye up some more. But I did dye up the gray just to see how this takes the dye. And this is the gray on my I don't know, this is a DK weight, I guess, so it's a little bit bigger. And this is perfect to make hats, scarves, cowls, mittens, all those things, or sweaters, of course. This is perfect for when the fall starts and the winter. This is, from the top of my head, it's 100% merino wool. And it's so soft, and I think the gray looks so nice on this. So I'm planning to dye up some more colors on this, and also some basic colors, so you can make, I think with this yarn, making in this color, for example, making hats with cables, for instance, or mittens with cables would be so much fun and would look so great. So I will dye up some more colors, and I will try to dye up some more basic colors. I want to have this basic color palette with which you can mix and match, and then the variegated and speckled yarns to have some extra fun. So I hope I will have some more in the upcoming weeks. And then I don't know when I will put this in the shop. I think that will be somewhere. I think that will be in August, I guess. But if you really, really want this yarn, contact me on Etsy, and then I will dye up some skeins for you as a custom order. And that is from 2 skeins. So I cannot really dye 1 skein because that would be a little bit of too much work, as you might understand. But you can contact me on Etsy if you really want this yarn right now. And then I will dye some up for you. So I really like this. I am planning on making a sweater for my boyfriend, and I might do that in this yarn. I will not do that until we get back from Indonesia, I guess. Because, as you know, I still have quite some things to knit to take with me on that trip or holiday. So that's that. And then I think I told you everything I wanted to show you, tell you, whatever. If you have any questions for me, please post them in that thread. I would love to hear from you. As I already said, we have a "What are you working on?" thread. You can still post in that. I would love to see pictures of what you're working on, what you're doing. There were some people that posted there. Jay Sassy just posted a hat and some fingerless gloves, and she just started knitting. She told me she just started knitting, and she was already making wonderful things. So let's use that thread to inspire each other and help each other if necessary, and just look at all those wonderful things. And well, I thought I forgot something. I don't know. I will tell you that next week, I guess. So please keep posting there, and if you want to, of course. My yarn is in my glass of water, so that will be a wet sock. Nice. If you have any other questions, as I already said, please post them in the episode thread, because then I will check those regularly. I will check those daily. So please do, because I would love to know a little bit more about who I'm chatting with every Monday or whenever you watch this. So I would love that. Then have a really nice week ahead of you. I hope you have a lovely summer or winter if you're down south. You know what I mean. And happy knitting, I guess. Bye!